Hello, good evening, everybody. Oh, look at that. I did not see that, the comments. Hi, John. Hi, Ike. Hi, Paul. Good evening. Hi, Scott. Good evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. So, this is exciting. I have missed you guys. How are you doing? How is everyone? What fragrance is everyone wearing this evening? I'm gonna spray some obviously from the things I'm gonna be sampling, but earlier I was wearing, I think if you are on my Instagram, you've seen, I was wearing Jezebel from Ankakus, and gorgeous fragrance that is. So that's what I'm wearing. And yes, I think I know what John is wearing, at least what he did post. And Paul, good evening. How is everyone doing? Can you all hear me? Can you hear me okay? Is this up to date? I feel like I'm here talking to myself. Can you hear me okay? Please do tell me if you can. Perfect sound, brilliant. Lovely, great. Oh, fantastic. I wasn't too sure because it's like talking to yourself, isn't it? Yes, I wasn't too sure. Jesse, good evening. So everyone can hear me perfectly loud and clear. That's brilliant. So Scott, what fragrance are you wearing now? I'm gonna get into this in a minute, so you can hear me. That's fantastic. I wasn't too sure. I'm glad you can hear me. Jesse, what fragrance are you wearing this evening? What's everyone's scent of the evening? Or is it morning where you are? Lovely. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bo. I made an effort. I'm trying to match it with my nails into it, man. Just oh, Scott, it's perfect weather for it, though. That's a very, very good one. I love Interlude Man. That's a beast. I don't know, Scott, if you know this. I once wore Interlude Man to work back when I worked at the airport. And this passenger was like, oh, that man smells really nice. And then the man walked away. And then she was like, is that you? And since then, I've kind of reduced having to wear too much masculine scents if I'm going out because I just don't want people to mistake me for a man. Good evening, John. How are you doing? I'm doing great actually. I'm doing great myself. I'm well, and it's half term, as you know. Being a parent, so it's kind of a bit more relaxed this week that I don't have to teach so much. I feel like I'll be a professional teacher by the end of this lockdown. So Eternity Kelvin client for mine. Oh, that's a lovely, lovely fresh one. I bet she could smell it. She liked it. I think, John. I think so. I thought it would be nice to just be a bit intimidating, but yeah, I thought it would be nice. So, right. So, you guys, we have things to talk about, and I know a few of you here actually have sampled these fragrances. So, I'm looking forward to talk about George Zaharoff's fragrances. So, um, it was quite a surprise delivery, if I'm being honest. I wasn't really expecting it. And then I opened the post. I was even like, oh my gosh, I haven't been buying anything because, as you can imagine, you guys, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of on a buy ban. And yeah, so when they arrived, I was like, I've not bought anything so it was a lovely surprise. So, and anyway, that aside, my thoughts are my thoughts. So I will tell you exactly what I think about it. And as well, I've got the Teo Cabanel, their new collection. So there's 3 fragrances in that collection, and they're all quite unique. I mean, They are lovely, unique. They are nothing like groundbreaking or anything, but they are lovely and unique and just easy to wear. I feel like they can be just mass appealing, easy to wear, nothing challenging at all, which is quite nice because sometimes that's all you need. A lovely no, John, I'm not. Let's not go there, John. It's too early in the night. Come on. It's too early in the night. But yes, so okay. Right. Give me a sec. Anyway, trying to look for John says apart from the fragrance du bois collection you have planned, no thanks. No, John, I'm not even going to. Like I said, John, the next fragrance du bois I buy, I'm going to have to really sample and be very careful about what I buy because, like I said, I don't want to spend too much money on something. It's gonna have to be a love. The fragrances I buy, I have to love. So that's where I'm coming from. So we've got the samples of the Teo Cabanel, and these came in these little boxes like so. I've been sampling this, and there are 3 fragrances in that collection. So there's actually the fragrances did come with some cards with it. So mine is offer to get on a wonderful buying chance. Oh, bad connection. What is going on? What is going on? I don't know. I want to believe my connection is okay. So you guys, if at all at any point there's some buffering or things like that, do let me know. But so far, I hope that all is going grand. So, oh, is that the West Network then? The Vodafone. Right. So, what shall we start off with? Shall we start off talking about Zaharoff's signature, or shall we start off with Teo Cabanel? And actually, I forgot this, but I just had these come through. So actually, I think we can talk about these. I don't know these ones. So BDK PARFUMS as well. So we're gonna speak about these. John, have you sampled these? Teo first. Okay, it says Teo Cabanel first. Okay, remind me. We're gonna speak about these, and really, I'm gonna just sample them here, here as well with you. So that'll be a surprise to you as it will be to me. So the Teo Cabanel. Let's get those samples. Where have I put them? Jesus Christ! Can you believe this? Hang on a minute. Looks like the only ones I want to speak about are the ones I've put aside elsewhere. I have so much samples. You have the Zaharoff's. Oh, do you have the full collection? And a couple of tears, they didn't impress me, but only a couple. Which Teo Cabanels did you sample, John? I'm curious because there's a few from the first collection which I quite liked. I need someone to get me something. Daniel? The Teo Cabanels may have to wait a little bit, you guys. Bear with. I need to find where I've put the samples. I was sampling. I've got a feeling I've left them in my bedroom, but I can't get up. And no funny jokes, John. I can't get up, so I'm gonna have to rely on someone to bring them. Good evening, Frevius. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. So bear with me on that. We're gonna have to wait for the Teo Cabanel. Daddy, if you can hear me, babe, please can I have the pack of samples I have, the ones I think they are in my bedroom on my sideboard, please. They're in the bag. I'm looking for the Teo Cabanel samples. So bear with. Anyway, yeah. Flavius, thank you so much for thank you so much, Flavius, for joining us. John, I said no funny jokes. I will next time, John. I wasn't expecting this. I thought, you know what? I've got lots of bags of samples, and I thought they are actually here. So cheers, babe. Thank you. See, I was that prepared. I had all these bags of samples here, and only it wasn't the right bag because I had left this one in my bedroom. So here is the bag. Whew, he saved me. Otherwise, I would have had to crawl out of the room. Anyway, Teo Cabanel. And so, I don't know, we are a bit behind with the comments here. So, anyway, these are the three we are looking for. Right. So these Teo Cabanel samples, actually, they do come with a card. So they've got a card like so, and it does tell you the name. And at the back, they do have notes on them. So you can see what the notes and what it is about the fragrances, what they have to say about this. And I'll be honest with you, and it's like I said, and this is what I've seen John say this as well, about the fact that, oh my gosh, they are not like so wow, groundbreaking. And I totally, John, stop it. Stop it, John. You're making it brush, but it's okay. You can't see even when I'm red, so that's fine. Anyway, as I was saying, the Teo Cabanel collection, and this is me telling you this because I've sampled from their previous collection. I've sampled Halahin, I've sampled Bakken, and I've sampled what's this one? Our favorite, Cafe Cabanel, and those I like. And there's another one, but to be honest, when I sampled this, I was like, oh, that is something different. They've kind of gone a different direction, and these ones are a bit more laid back. They are more chilled, these ones. So I will start off with the one I think is my least favorite from the three. So we've got the three samples, and so there's Ooh La La, there's Très French, and there's je ne sais quoi. So because obviously they are French, and my least favorite would have to be the Très French. Where is the camera? That one. So that would have to be my least favorite, and I'll tell you why. Because these fragrances, again, they are not like beast mode projection or anything like that. They are very linear, I would say. And these are not fragrances if you are looking for to be noticed. These are more like fragrances you wear to enjoy for yourself. So that's what we have. So I'm just gonna spray it, and so like I said, this to start off, this the Très French is all about the lily of the valley and the crunchy pear, it says. But I'll be honest, I do not get much the pear they are talking about. The pear is there, but only in tiny amounts. So I wouldn't say like it's a bomb or a beast or things like that. It's not, at least not to my nose. But it is lovely because when the opening, really, it's the lily of the valley, and it's got peony as well. And that's a lovely composition. I like it. It is nice, but where uniqueness goes, and if you are looking for something a bit more artistic, this one is not. Ooh la la. We are coming to that, John. So, yeah, John says Ooh La La is the one that gets all the love. I can see why, John. And Paul says Chris rates that one. Yes, so this one, This is nice. It's lovely French. It's lovely fresh, but this is quite chilled. It's more like a fragrance to enjoy, just, you know, if you are relaxing outside or just indoors. It's a fragrance you wear for yourself. It's not a fragrance that will grab so much attention, but it's lovely. And as well, so this one has the top notes of crunch pear and peony, and then you've got lily of the valley and sambac jasmine, and crystal clear notes as well. So crystal clear notes. So as well, in the base there's sandalwood, benzoin, and we do get the vetiver from Haiti, and there's white musks as well. So lovely composition. And about this one, it says that the Tresh French is an expected chord of lily of the valley, jasmine, and crunch pear, a sparkling and feminine fruity floral perfume which lets you live life to the full. So yes, it is very fresh, like I said, very fresh, and yes, definitely very feminine. So this, yes, Richard, the initial spray, Paul is saying it sits quite close to the skin. The initial spray is richly, lovely fresh, but I think as it wears on, you do get that jasmine and the sandalwood come through, and it's lovely. It's lovely. It's unique, and it's just uniquely simple, if that makes sense. It's unique enough, but simple. It's not like complex or anything. So that's the one. I've got that one on here. We'll come back to it in a minute. Let's spray. This one I found quite interesting. So this is Je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi. So it's in French. I'm not sure. I should have really looked up what that was about. I'm going to go in on that one with, I've got something on there. Let's go here. So, this is the one I found quite interesting, because this one, it opens up with like bread, you know, and it reminds me of, you know, when you're making like even like a homemade bread, and like a thick dough, and it's quite crusty and not quite baked yet, but just as it's gonna bake. So it's not a raw dough or anything, but it's baking, but not fully baked, and that's what I get. But lovely, so lovely fresh. It's nice. This is nice. This I found like, oh, this is quite interesting, quite different. So this I quite like. And this one, it says it's a addictive je ne sais. So this one is the one which has the very interesting note of rice. So you've got puffed rice in this one at the top, and in the middle as well, you've got violet leaf, and there's mate, and there's matcha tea as well. And then in the base, you do get garlic wood, tall balsam, there's vetiver as well, and sandalwood. So quite lovely. And it says that this was inspired by the tea as well. The perfume is a soft mix of Japanese sencha tea and grilled rice grains with sesame hazelnut notes. And wow, this I found very interesting. If I'm being honest, where I think about artistic element to the fragrance, I think this is the one that kind of captivated me a lot more than the other two, because this is quite interesting, and that rice note, and as well it's got like hints of hazelnut. This is lovely, and I feel like this does project a bit more than the first one I sprayed, the Tresh French. So, and this one I found as well, it did wear quite longer. Like I had about 7 hours with this one. So if you spray like quite a lot, which of course I was trying to spray enough, but I did not want to spray so much, because obviously it's a sample, and I thought be nice to come back here and sit down and just talk about it. So yeah, je ne sais quoi. Moving along. This is nice, John. It's nice, unique enough, and just, it won't offend anyone. It's quite lovely. So let's spray the other one as well. And this is, John, you were talking about, this is Ooh La La. And I don't know if people are drawn to Ooh La La because of its name as well. I think you think, Ooh La La, let me try that. So let's go with Ooh La La. And yes, these are the three. So Okay, just spread there. Let it. Wow. Yes. This is nice. This is really lovely. And this is the one which has the hazelnut and the saffron. And I remember someone talking about how the saffron just adds an element of elegance to a fragrance. And I totally agree with this, because this is nice, elegant. And there's something about elegant fragrances that um, they are not shouty or screaming in your face, because I think if you are elegant and well made and everything, you don't really need too much to draw attention to yourself. I think just your existence would be enough. Oily, oily. Oh, John, shall I come for French lessons? Yes. So this is ooh la la, and yeah, ooh la la. This is nice. I like ooh la la. I find it simply simple elegance. It is nice. That one I love. And this one, it says ooh la la is the almond between hazelnut, iris, and santo, and will surprise you. Ooh la la wears its name well. So, and this one, as I said, at the top you do get that saffron and the hazelnut, and in the middle you've got tobacco, and then you've got iris as well, and in the base there is tonka bean, sandalwood, and white musks. And I'll be honest with you, maybe I would expect a bit of um you wish. um John, I was just gonna say, with the composition with this one, maybe I would expect a bit of like a spiciness to it. But to be honest, when I smelled this, it was not it didn't smell like I expected it would when I looked at the notes, if that makes sense. But it is a lovely one, like definitely. And I noticed as well when I wore it, when it gets into, as you wear it, even now, like 2 minutes in, 3 minutes in after you wear the fragrance, that tobacco does start to come in, and it's lovely. And you get like a smooth tobacco, and as it wears on, it's nice when you get that tonka bean as well and the iris, and they work beautifully together, and they create this lovely smooth fragrance without being too much. These fragrances, I'll be honest with you, they are quite easy to wear. They are not overpowering or anything like that, and these will be just, they won't offend anyone. They are very inoffensive. They will be mass appealing, but like I said, not something like artistic or groundbreaking or things like that, but just nice enough. This is nice. This is nice. Oh la la is definitely, it's lovely, exactly, smooth. John is saying that like the like a Ferrero Rocher with a tobacco. Yes, kind of. It's lovely. It's not too sweet. It's not too sweet, but that hazelnut is there, and this is gorgeous. This is really lovely, and I can see why this can be a favorite from the house. But still, for me, the uh, what was it? The name Je ne sais quoi. I love, because I find that rice note quite unique. So that's something to watch out for. Anyway, so moving on, shall we do the BDK, or shall we talk about Zaharoff? Tell me, which one shall we do next? John, I know, John, you've got the Zaharoff. I think you've got the full collection. And I know I saw Scott, you have them. So let's, but anyway, quick chat about Zaharoff. So you are all familiar with that. I found the bottle to be quite lovely and unique in the presentation. Look at that. And obviously, this is their last two releases. And I believe these are limited editions. So obviously, this is the signature royale, obviously in gold, and you know about the packaging because you've got these. And anyway, I'll just go quickly through this one just to sample. I'm gonna spray it on. Let's go on skin. I have to roll my sleeve just so that I spray somewhere where I don't have anything. Wow, this is nice, but I will tell you, I did spray the both of these fragrances, and to my nose, I found myself leaning more to the noir. I liked this one much more than this one, only because I felt like this noir is bringing quite a lot to the table. Not to say that this is any lesser than that one, but this is nice with some citruses, and these ones as well, they did come with a card. So I got a card as well that did tell us what the notes are. And I'm just gonna quickly have a look at these. Hold on a minute. Oops. Right, so in the Signature Royale, we should have at the top, there's some fresh cardamom, there's some citrus blend. That's what I get a lot, the cardamom and the citrus, and there's also juniper, yes, and there's some apple. Hey George, good evening. Thank you so much for being here. And I got kicked out, just got connection back. So much pressure, isn't it? Absolutely, yes. George Zaharoff is in the house. There's some better noise, everyone. Thank you so much, George, for stopping by. It's lovely to see you. Yes, George is here. That seems to be the general consensus. Yes, to be honest, I found that the Signature Royale I like, and I feel like the Signature Royale would be maybe for spring, maybe summer. It's quite nice there where it would be lovely. But then when I spread the noir, I found that this is so now, like the noir definitely for this time of the year, absolutely beautiful. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much, George. It is our pleasure that you stopped by. It's lovely to see. The lights just went on just as here. Absolutely. Absolutely, Paul. So yes, so as I was saying, in the heart notes with this one, so we do get lavender, and as well there's pimento leaves and magnolia. So they've even listed where these notes are coming from. So we've got the magnolia is coming from the US, and the pimento is coming from Jamaica, and obviously the lavender is from Italy. And the bottom notes, we've got dry sandalwood from Australia, the gold patchouli from Indonesia, and as well we've got, I can't see what that is, oud from China. We've got suede and cashmere, and as well a wood blend. So we've got cedarwood, there's amber, and as well we've got musk and vanilla. So this is really a lovely composition. The dry down should be even more exciting. John Snow is saying, George, is the beard coming back? Yeah, looking far too youthful at the moment. I feel very old. John, you have a thing about mustaches. You need, I'm wondering, John, maybe you've even got a mustache yourself, just we never see it. Just we never see it. Yeah. So anyway, so the Signature Royale, it's lovely, and like I said, definitely for the spring, summertime, I feel summer evenings, this would be nice. This is a fragrance I can see myself wearing in the oils are like an orchestra here, definitely. Yes, so George, I feel like Signature Royale is a fragrance I want to take on holiday. Like this would be like my summer. Have a bit. Stop it, John. Behave. I don't believe that. Seeing is believing. If you want me to believe you, you're gonna have to show me, John. Otherwise, I don't believe it. And yes. So, and as well, can I just show this? George, it was lovely to get the fragrances with the card, personalized touch. That touched my heart. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. And John is saying he's got a white beard. I think, John, since my husband stopped doing the Father Christmas thing, I think I'll get you because it did get busted. So I think I know who to call on. My siesta went on too long. Only just woke up and missing out with me. Good evening, Carl. It's lovely you've joined us. It's never too late. It's always time to join in. Getting cold in the winter, George. Yeah, right. And the thing of beard, it needs to stay. Yes, George, I feel like your beard is your signature. We are used to seeing that beard, aren't we? So thank you so much, George. Right. So going back, Signature Royale is lovely. That lavender coming through. This is really nice. Gorgeous stuff. There is rose and tobacco coming in 20. George, I just need to arrange now. I feel like with most things, I need to complete this collection because these bottles are absolutely gorgeous. So it would be nice to complete the collection. So looking forward to that, and looking forward to new releases. Do we know which time in this year, George? Do we know what time? What month? Or would it be? Is it something? Ooh. Yes, exciting. Rose, you've been keeping that quiet. Of course, trade secrets, John. Right. Thank you so much. George, you are so lovely. You are literally like the Mr. Nice Guy of Fragcom. And I think when I say that, I speak for everyone. And thank you so much. Uh, uh, Carl, we are glad that you are here so you can join in. So it's all good. It's all good. And you know what? In any case, you can always catch up. And just obviously in the catch up, you can ask questions. The signature base with Rose is going to be Diner. I agree. Those are by June and Tobacco. The Rose is so wow. I was just saying this the other day, George, that it's amazing how many creations you can come up with the rose. Like rose, you can't even have enough rose fragrances. Like rose is just a magical note. Like it can do so much, so much. Absolutely, George. I'm just reading your comment, George. Thank you. Thank you, Carl. Thank you. So anyway, let's spray some of this because I did say I'm not wearing anything. So I'll be spraying things that I'm trying now. So let's go for this. George is saying there are so many types of roses and they all have their own. Absolutely, absolutely. George, seeing as you are here, are you okay to come on here? To come and join us? That would be awesome. If you could come on camera and talk to us about these fragrances. If you have a moment, otherwise I don't want to impose. Oh wow, Rose, I feel like that is made just for me. Oh, Rose, me too. Me too. Of course, George is always George is very suave. I admire his style. He's very stylish. He's very cool. He's a very cool guy, isn't he? Um, yes, 5 minutes. Can we not wait for George for 5 minutes? Yes. Yes, George, I'll be honored. I will wait. We'll wait. We'll be here. Yes, I can. I'm gonna send the link to your Instagram now. I'm still here, you guys. So this is exciting. I'm so excited George will be able to join us. So just bear with me. I'm going to send it to your Instagram. So you guys don't leave. Stay on. I'm here. I'm trying to get that message to George. Let's have a look. Where am I? We're still here, you guys. So George, let me know if you've got it. I've sent it, so let me know if you've got it. All done. Hello. So just to catch up, where were we? Right. John, come on. John, I'm reading your comment. What? Scott just fainted. Do you, John, behave. Now you're telling everyone. I thought the secret was safe. Come on. Yeah. Yes, me too included, actually. And Karina is saying, yes, of course. Hi, Pam Jordan. Thank you so much for coming through. So, yes. Lovely to see you here, Pam. Thank you so much for being here. I think we are all very, very excited. I had questions for George. So this is interesting that George is going to join us. And yeah, did you send the link? Yes, I have sent the link, George. I've sent the link. Yeah, I've sent the link. So please tell me you've got it. I've sent the link. Have you got the link now, George? I've sent it actually to both accounts. So yeah. John is in the devilish mood. Trust John. Anywho, so getting on, moving along. Yes, I was just saying. So, do you know what? I found this quite interesting, you guys. So, this card, I don't know if you all got this. So, it had information about the bottle design and everything. And literally, they do break it down like everything, the base of the bottle, the cap, everything. It's so interesting. So, I thought that was a really lovely touch. And this is amazing stuff. And obviously, yes, waiting for George to come by. So I don't know, George, if you've got the link now. So do let us know if you have the link. Waiting for George to come through. When I see him, I'll be like, yes. So yeah. Anyway, I'm a good boy. Of course you are, John. Of course. So it's like a blueprint for the design. It literally is, Paul. Look at that. gives you all the details. And I found this quite interesting, and it's telling you as well exactly what the sizes, measurements are about everything, and quite nice. And this is art deco, and you guys, you know how much I appreciate art deco bottles, you know that, and these are just absolutely stunning. And I did take some shots actually, which I wish to share later, because they came out so good. And you can imagine the contrast of the gold and that lavender color, just gorgeous through the light. If you see that, where are we? I can't even. I'm seeing things different with this lighting. I give up. I give up. So, George, I don't know if George has got our message. So, George, come back. I can't see anything here. So, yes, it's like a blueprint for the design. Absolutely. It can be a school project next week, Mia, to be the song. As if I do enough school projects, John, you know. I feel like I'm a student myself, you know. Like I'm still a pupil, you know, doing all these things. You won't believe every year I build at least a castle. I don't know, every year I'm building something, some cars, something always. You know, I feel like the teachers, they just do it deliberate, you know. Give kids homework which they know parents will have to do, but we are not complaining. We enjoy this. We do enjoy this. So waiting for just as George. Absolutely. And the contrast colors are beautiful. They really are. They really, really are. Anyway, so yeah, I do it twice a week. I mean, it's all right. Oh, there. Okay. Sorry, George. Even George is here, you guys. So please say a massive welcome to George. Some veteranoids, George. I'm super excited you are here. So, Mr. Zaharoff.
Hi
Hello.
there. Hi, Maya. How are you? Let's see.
Well, thank you. It's so lovely to see you. And I'm sorry I put you on the spot, but it's so incredibly lovely that you are here. I'm super excited. And I think I speak for everyone here, because a lot of your fans are here. So everyone is excited. The man is in the house. Thank you so much, Mr. Zaharoff.
You could call me George. You could call me George. And hello, everybody. And I sometimes don't answer because I don't want to hijack the, but I'm so nuts about you. I had to put myself and make a comment. So I'm sorry.
Oh,
when I saw you,
you
I'm like,
so
oh my
much.
God, it's Maya. Maya, how are you?
I'm so honored. I'm even going. No, I'm joking.
So you doing okay?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you? How are you
good.
doing?
We have like 13 inches of snow. So
Wow.
it snowed in. My car was able to go down halfway to the driveway, and then I had to pull it back and put it back in the garage.
Oh my goodness me. Where are you now, George?
I'm in Chicago.
I thought so, because I saw about the weather in Chicago. They said it was what, minus 26. I thought
Crazy.
I would die.
No. It's not fun. It's colder here than in like Siberia and Mongolia. So it's just I know, John, you like the beard and the
Keep warm, keep safe.
Are you in you're in London? Where are you at, Maya?
Yes, I'm in London. So if you've if you've been to the UK in London, I'm just near Gatwick. So
Okay,
yes,
you're north.
south.
Okay,
I'm down south. Richly, everyone in the room is up north, and I'm the one from down here. So I'm down south. If you know Brighton,
Yeah.
yes. So around that place, somewhere there, near
When
there.
I was working on my suits with Brioni in Naples, British Airways only had a flight to Naples from Gatwick, so I would arrive into Heathrow, and then I'd have to get my rear end to Naples to Gatwick. But early on, I lived in Ennismore Gardens, right behind the Victoria and Albert Museum, for about 5 years in my 20s. So
Wow.
I love the British people. I love the culture, the history, all of that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so that was just okay. Thank you for having me.
It is an absolute pleasure that you are here. And oh my God, George, do you know what? When I received these fragrances, first of all, I had not ordered anything because I told myself I'm not buying stuff. I've got a lot I need to catch up with sampling and reviewing, etc. And I just need to behave because I think when the holidays are over, I want to be able to jet off somewhere nice and you know. Anyway,
You jetted
and
off to your office. We both did. We both jetted off to the office. You know, Maya,
absolutely.
so the thing that what happened with the Noir and the Royale, I have to think a year and a half ahead for production. And
Yeah.
I thought that Noir and Royale, I did the production and I thought it would take me through the holidays and then I could, do a replenishment sometime around May, April. And we
Yeah.
sold out in 2 days. And I had sent out all of the content creators in the United States and the customers, and I completely sold out, even my own personal bottle. And so it
Wow.
took me December, January, and most of February to produce, and all I had was the UK family that I had. I didn't want them to think that I had neglected them. So I felt so good to be able to send that because you are all like part of the family too, and it's a
We
pleasure
are
for me
one
to
big
share. I
family
love
here.
it. So I just wanted to make
Yes.
sure I put that out there that it was not intentional. You were always meant to get that set.
Oh, thank you so much. But it was, like I said, it was such a lovely surprise because I was thinking, my husband said, "Oh, it's yours," because the postman. I'm like, no, I don't have anything. I didn't even buy anything because maybe he's thinking it's one of those, when you buy stuff, you make sure the postman shows up when he's at work so that you can pretend after 3 days
I love it.
that it's an odd one I forgot to open.
It's all
But
good. It's
anyway,
good. I
so
love it.
when I opened, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I read your card. I was like, George is the sweetest. Like, oh my gosh, you are amazing. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'm just looking at the comments, and they are saying, "Of actually, of course, Karina. I'm from Brighton. Of actually." So yeah, George does sound great. George does sound great indeed. And yes, it's not hard to see why George would have such a massive fan base for the kind of person that he is. I think you are the kind of person who draw people to you because of your warmth, and people can feel that. I feel that. I get that. So it's so easy.
And I don't know, Maya, if you know, is that your daughter?
Thanks. Yes, Jessica, come say hello to
Oh
George.
my gosh, she's gorgeous. How old is she?
She's 8. Can
Hi.
you?
Stay that age. You don't want to get older. You're in the
That's
perfect
it.
age. He's
Yeah.
adorable. I love it.
Thank you. I thank you, Jessica.
You
Bless
know,
her. She's so sweet. She brought me a cupcake.
I love it. Here, pass that through the internet. Let me have one of those. So,
Yeah. So
so if my story was, I did the fragrances back in the 90s and 2001, I had to close that all down. And it was always like in my head wanting to go back into the fragrance and like it's kind of weird. You know how when you either pray or meditate and I'm like, okay, if I end up doing and launching the fragrances and getting myself back in there, I'm going to do this. I'm going to write a card to everyone personally thanking them. So it's like all this gratitude that
oh
I'm just very happy to be able to. Anyway, I love what I do and I'm very grateful to the community and to you. And so thank you. That's what I wanted to say.
oh George, thank you so much. And I'm so pleased and very fortunate that I was included on that list. So thank you so much. Really,
Yeah.
you are very much appreciated, and you are such a lovely person. And I say that with all my heart and I mean it. And I'm not just saying that for the sake of
I
that's
appreciate it.
because
Thank you.
you are. And
Thanks.
as you said about the fragrance when you first launched, I was watching an interview you did with one of the guys. I think you did mention this, and you said the first fragrance you showed the bottle. So is that fragrance even available, by the way?
So are you
Because
talking? So there's the women's.
Yes, that's the one you said. Oh my gosh, the label is even come off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this is the women's.
gorgeous. Yes.
This, I just went ahead with Bormioli in Italy to do the bottles, the glass bottles for the women's.
Wow. So
And
we will be seeing those on the market.
yeah, I hope next year. I hope next
Oh,
year. And then this is
fantastic.
the old former men's. And so that's the former men's
Yeah.
bottle. This is all I could find on eBay. They
So
look
you
like,
had to go and buy your bottles on eBay. Just
yep.
wow.
And so I designed the bottles. The bottles are beautiful, so I used the same design. I just the old one was a 3.4 ounce. I made it into a four. I made it into a bigger size because I think it looked better that way. You have in your hands the 2 ounce, whereas before it was 1.7.
Ah,
So,
yes, I did notice these are 60 mils. And
yeah,
I was just saying about how gorgeous these bottles are, and as well the contrast. Like
thank
they
you.
make such a lovely duo. And like you said that these two are brothers, that you call them, they are
They're the
brothers.
brothers. Yeah,
So,
and you
who's
know
the other
they
brother?
look like it, right? But and I only did it in the small size. Signature. The reason why I said it was like an orchestra is because all the oils, when you, and I'm just being general. When you have a synthetic, you're combining molecules. Oils are combined to create a scent that might have like jasmine and oud, as opposed to having jasmine and oud mixed. You have the synthetic that just smells like the mix. And so with
Yes.
signature, it's like having an orchestra where you could increase the drums in one, get rid of the violins in another, bring in a guitar. And so what you see with the first two, the Royale and the Noir,
Yeah.
the Noir is I removed all of the herbaceous oils and then added tonka and basically tonka, and you got the Noir. And then with the Royale, I added some muskiness, and so those were the thing between the two of them. Now these are probably going to smell most similar to signature, whereas the future ones you will not be able to tell.
Oh, wow.
You won't be able to tell that it has any hints of signature in it. It'll seem like the same family, but it won't
Yeah.
smell. Yeah.
The same. Yeah, but you know what, George, even I appreciate what you're saying. And with that, I still thought these two were quite different, because when you think about having two flankers, normally, because some brands sometimes you get flankers and they do smell quite very similar to the original.
Right.
But these ones, they've all got their own personalities.
Yeah.
They're
They're
quite
true flankers.
different.
Yeah.
Yes, they are on. They are each its own fragrance, but they are really lovely fragrances
Right. Thank
and
you.
gorgeous. And George, I saw someone say that George is so stylish. Oh wow, look at that! Is that what is coming?
This is coming in June.
I love that color. Gorgeous. June.
Do you like rose? I think you like rose, Maya. Oh,
Yes.
girl, wait,
Yes.
girl. Like,
Yes.
wait! I can't wait for you to
And
smell it. You're gonna
like I
love it.
said, George, you can't have enough roses. There's so many different ways to do a rose, and
Yeah.
all the roses smell so differently. And yes, I look forward to that. And Karina, Paul is saying beautiful bookends. So yes,
Thanks,
George
Paul.
is
Thank
ever
you.
so stylish. I feel like I should pull out a scarf from my drawer as well. I actually did have a scarf, and this scarf, by the way, George, is nothing as stylish as yours. It's a very kind of simple one there, but I did love this. I nearly put it on, and I thought it's not really going with everything I've got on at the moment, so I put it down.
You look fabulous.
Thank you. You're so
You look
kind.
fabulous.
Um,
And that's a beautiful color, that bubblegum pink, right?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful color, yeah.
Thank you so much. And John is saying he thinks maybe the masks are what he loves so much. John, you'll be surprised. And the boxes are lovely. Oh, yes. Thank you so much.
These boxes, she's talking about these.
Yes, I've seen them. They're gorgeous.
These were my scarves, and I just put them.
Wow.
So I just,
George, I would love to visit you and come and read your wardrobe. There are so many things I see, and I'm like, I love that.
my nephews and nieces, none of them are as, I don't know if you want to say the word colorful or flamboyant as I am, and so I have all of these stuff, and I'm like, you know, a lot of them are vintage from the 90s, you know, Versace, a lot, Black Label, Armani. I've got closets and closets and 2 rooms of just, anyway. So
I'm definitely coming to read your wardrobe. George, I don't know if you've noticed, my wardrobe is quite colorful, and it's only maybe now, and I felt like I used to buy like darker clothes, maybe sometimes just for work, but my personality, my wardrobe is literally a mix of greens, pinks,
I love it.
oranges. And so like I would go to work and I would show up like in a pink dress, and everyone, they'll be like, oh my gosh, I could never wear that color, but it looks lovely on you. And I'm thinking, tell yourself what you want. I'll do what I like. I don't care. I've
That's
even
right.
gotten told off, George, for wearing red lipstick. Someone said to me, red looks better on white skin. I was like, keep telling yourself that.
Sometimes you just have to, you know, thank you very much for your feedback, and then go on your lovely way with those beautiful red lips of yours. I think they look absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely. I do not mind. I think maybe I cared more about such things when I was a teenager. If someone will like me because I want you to like me, then maybe I'll try to conform to what is expected. But as I got older, I was like, this is me. Like it or leave it.
That's
It's
right.
what it
That's how I
is.
see it too.
So,
Yeah, that's I had a hard time in high school, and it's so funny because at my age, you know, you look back, it's been so long. But for me, sometimes when I dress a little crazy, I'm probably 5 minutes of being like, oh my God, and then I'm like, who cares? You
exactly.
don't
Yeah,
like it, don't look at me.
that's it. Do one. That's it.
Yeah, but you look gorgeous.
Ah. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it is what it is. Anyway, moving along, George. So I wanted to spray this because I'll
Okay.
be honest, this got me so super excited. I sprayed it. I was like, wow. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, hello. Oh,
What
hello.
what do you what do you like about it?
I love how fresh it is.
Yeah.
It's like it's a fougere, but with like a nice contrast. Like you
Yeah.
get a bit of like a spiciness, like
Yeah.
a woodiness, and it's like, oh, this is refreshing.
Yeah.
And I thought, where can I wear this? And I was thinking more like, this is a fragrance that is good for this time of the year. And
Yes.
I would definitely wear this going out because this as well, projection wise, this is like a beast.
Yeah.
This is really nice. Ah, it's so
And
lovely, fresh.
yeah. And you could layer all of the fragrances can be layered. So I'll put
Yeah,
noir, wait 5 minutes, and then put the rosé or the tobacco or
on
whatever.
the top.
They all could be used together. Like you could wear noir in the morning, and then if for lunchtime you want something else, you could just
You
spray it
could just
over it,
spray
and
it.
it's just like a boost. So thank
Absolutely.
you, Maya.
Oh, wow. But this is a gorgeous fragrance, and these bottles are utterly stunning. I did layer them down. I took lovely shots of them, which I'll be sharing later on, and I stuck to them. And that contrast, how they came in the mirror, that was like, wow, gorgeous. Stunning art deco.
Thank
And
you.
someone says, "Oh, them absolute idiots." Read this.
It,
Thank you guys. I know I'm in safe hands because you guys are all so lovely. That's oh, you love man so much. Yeah, I told the person that told me off about Red that she was free to unfollow and look at everything. She can just wear. I don't know what color she thought would be good anyway. If she thought I should wear black or anyway, it doesn't matter about that. But yes, so George, I'm curious now that you've got the 3 fragrances that are on the market. I was looking as well on your website. There is obviously a lot of other products on there. Are you able to ship everything that's on your website to the UK?
So this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm setting this up. So from
Okay.
now, for the
Yeah.
next 24 hours, if anyone uses, let me make sure the total usage limit can't be blank. Okay, hold on a minute.
Okay. It's all right.
So
yeah.
I went ahead. If anyone wants to use MIYALOVE, MIYALOVE,
Yeah.
it'll be free shipping for the next 24 hours.
Oh, that is super awesome.
So
Just
anybody who's watching this will get free shipping. It's already set up. MIYALOVE.
oh, brilliant. So for the next 24 hours.
Right. So they'll save a good 30, 40 US dollars for the shipping.
Wow. Oh, brilliant. As well, George, when you send, don't declare that it's a fragrance. Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It is upsetting. I got this. It was just some lipsticks, and that really annoyed me very much because I was like, I bought this. That's nice. That's it. All done. And then it comes, and then I look. I'm like, what? I nearly had a heart attack, and that somehow it really infuriated me so much.
Yeah. Sometimes the DHL will send the fragrance to the UK, and then they'll say you can't send it without some paperwork, and they'll literally send it back to me.
Oh, no.
You know, and so it's hard shipping fragrances.
I know.
It's hard shipping fragrances, and so we're moving production to France. Half of my production is moving outside of Paris. We just got a lease on an office in Paris that I'll be working out of there, even though I'm here.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll be easier to get fragrance to the UK, even with Brexit and Europe itself. So that's because there's a lot of things that I have to fill out and get approvals for the fragrance if I'm shipping from the US.
Absolutely, I can imagine.
It's and so
Wow.
I'm doing it in France, and then the lab there can fill everything, fill out all the forms and documents and that stuff. So
yeah, that would be awesome way to do it.
Yeah.
But you know what, George, this thing especially as well about shipping liquids, it's just a nuisance to the business, isn't it? Because it's so much red tape as well. And I'm surprised that DHL can actually send them, because if you are here, you want to send something, DHL won't transport liquids.
At all, liquids at all?
No, they won't at all. So
that's why I sent one big shipment. Well, first of all, the fragrances that you got, they were all sent in bulk to somebody with the proper documentations and everything, and then it was sent to parceled out to the UK. So anyway.
Yeah, it's oh well. And anyway, we are glad they got to us. At least they did. And I've seen Lizzie, and Lizzie's in the house. Hi, Lizzie. Good evening. Thank you so much for stopping by. So this is lovely. So, and lots of love for you, George, in the comments section. And I think everyone is just as pleased that you are here with us. So it's quite interesting because I've watched some of your interviews, George, and I was thinking, wow. So what comes first, George? I know you love fashion. I know you love fragrances. But for you, for now, can you even decide like what's first, or are they just going hand in hand, just as important?
So the investment that went into creating the fragrances, it came at a good time, you know, because there was never the right time over the past, you know, decades to do it, because it's a sizable investment and there were other things going on and needed more attention. And I don't know why the skies opened up and the energy's connected, and we did the fragrances because there's molds, inventory, you know, the whole system, the cap, the inner cap, the sprayer actuator dip tube, and the hole in the glass are all one system. They're all custom. And so the focus is on the fragrances. With COVID, we had the store on Oak Street. It's a beautiful flagship store, but it has been closed more or less the whole year last year. And because you're looking at an investment of over $1 million for inventory, I don't know, what to fill it with, because I don't know if it's going to be open. Is there another lockdown? And are people
Absolutely.
wanting to buy, clothing right now? And so the focus right now is so to answer your question, Maya, the focus is on the fragrances, because I love the creativity that goes into it. And I'm doing a small capsule collection of 5 accessories. So I've been working with this. I think you'll like this. I've been working on this floating Z. I don't know. You see the
Yeah.
stuff?
Yes. Yes, I
So,
can see it.
and so I've been trying to focus. So like, imagine this as a shopping bag. And this is in gold. This is a prototype we printed here at Zaharoff. And
Yeah.
so imagine this gold or silver with, a little bag or a backpack or and so I think for now the fragrances and the accessories are going to be the direction of Zaharoff, because clothing,
Absolutely.
you need infrastructure and industry.
Absolutely. Definitely. And that would be awesome to see, George. We want to see some bags. We want to see anything nice. We can even scarves and stuff like that, because you're always wearing a nice scarf. So why not do one for us as well? So that
Right.
would be nice.
Yeah,
A
I
lovely
think
touch.
so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Definitely. That's something that we can look forward to. And yes, as you are saying, I can totally see that. And somehow I feel, George, that even when shops will open, I feel like some people would have gotten so used to just buying stuff, being at home, to the point they won't really be bothered to really go out. I don't know, but then we adapt, so maybe people will still go out. But the reality is, and especially here where we are in the UK, a lot of shops have been closing down, like the high street. This is a constant worry, I think, even for the government every single year, because more and more shops are closing down
Closing.
the high
Yeah.
street. Yes, lots of shops are empty, so I think generally people are moving more towards shopping online. So, and fragrances, you can easily do that, because with clothes it's not so easy. With fashion, because you buy something, you think you're a 14, it comes, it's a different cut,
Right.
then you have to send it back. And I
Yeah.
think this is the problem. Even Amazon are having this problem. So
You
yeah.
know what? You know what, Maya? I think that, and I'll answer John's question in a moment. I think that the things that we did as a society, going to the mall, going and buying something,
Yeah.
I can't buy it online because, I have to go in and do it. And we're now have created this push towards this whole way of even weddings, the big weddings,
Yeah.
the showers, all of that is going to change. I think it's going to be permanent. I really do. I think especially the generation behind me, your generation, and
Absolutely.
your daughter will not will go to some brick and mortar store to do shopping, because she'll
No.
be doing so many other fabulous things, and so I just think that this is the beginning
Definitely.
of the end. Yeah. I think it was a while ago, but I think that this is the nail in the
Yeah, I
coffin.
think this just
Yeah.
accelerated things even further. So
Yeah.
yeah. And George, do you ever take a holiday? You never stop.
There's a beautiful saying, and I'll find it. It's about a man in his work. It's a man in his work don't know anything. Hold on. A man in his labor has no distinction between his recreation and his work. And for me, I love so much what I do that it isn't
It's not
energy,
work.
like it isn't tiring, and I just love it. So, my mind is always thinking and creating and thinking of, just trying to stay creative, because movement is life. When you have a pond that's sitting by itself, this puddle of water, it gets dirty,
Definitely
it gets
dirty.
sick, it has disease. And as opposed to a stream where the water's going by fast, it's fresh, it's healthy. So I always say to myself, movement is life. And if I ever find a period in life where I'm exhaling, or I find myself being complacent, I get
Yeah.
the cattle prod and on my ass to get going again, to keep moving and not stay still.
Absolutely, George, and I couldn't agree more. And you know what they say about your mind? Obviously, when you are working,
Yeah,
you're using your brain, so you're constantly thinking of new things to do, new ideas, push
right.
yourself, do better than last time. And the muscle is the brain. If you don't use it, you lose
Right.
it.
That's
So
right.
you have to use that muscle constant every day to keep it in shape. Otherwise, yes. So totally agree with you. And that is the same as a racing driver. Your hobby is your work.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
So John says, yes, when work isn't work, it's what we love. Absolutely. So, yes. And you know what? It's so nice when you find a work that you love. To do something that you love, make that your work, make that a living. I think it's the absolute dream for a lot of people, myself
right.
included. So, yes.
And it's not easy, like it's not. There's a video on YouTube called the House of Zaharoff. It's the very first video on the Zaharoff channel, and it
Yeah.
talks about, I started this when I was 20 at DePaul University, and I've had my ups and downs and my losses and my gains, and but I look back, and it was worthwhile. But the one thing that I never stopped was my vision, and my belief in that I have something to say, and I want to say it through my creations. And so anybody that wants to, pursue their dreams, it takes effort and work, but I think it's fulfilling in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Absolutely, as they say, and that if your dream is not scaring you, you're not dreaming big enough. So,
John is funny. Have you ever met John?
not yet. Not yet. I think that if it weren't for this lockdown, I'm sure we would have met because we were thinking about meeting up and north and south because these guys live so far away from me. And I hope that one day we will meet. And it's on the books that as soon as the lockdown is over, we are going to get together and have a proper drink and catch up.
Well, if you send an invitation to me, I will come out and visit
I
too.
know, George, I did see you were here with Chris and
Yeah.
George, and I was like, oh, wow. Oh, look at that energy over there. I was just watching, I was smiling. Literally, I was smiling. I was like, isn't that lovely? Look at that bromance.
We had a good time. It was a great time. So if you guys send me
Yeah.
an invitation, I'll come. I'll come and visit. I'll pop in.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And Rose, Lizzie says that analog. Thanks, George. Moving life is life.
Moving is
Moving
life.
is life.
Movement. Yeah.
Yes,
Movement is life.
absolutely, absolutely. And John says that it's inevitable they will all be stuck with me. I think John would never let you leave. He
I might
will.
not want to leave, huh?
Yeah, that would be, wouldn't it? Yes, this would be awesome. I hope so that one day we will meet because I was looking forward to seeing a lot of people if I went to Exxon's and I had bought tickets, everything was planned, and then it was cancelled, and then it was cancelled. And this time around, I think after cancelling like 3 times, I've said to myself, I'm not even planning now because I still don't know what's going to happen in April, and it's not so far away. And
Right. You're right. And
we
I,
can't.
and and if you think about it, for the world to start traveling, we're gonna have to all be on the same page, all the countries, because all the flights are coming in and out of airports, and everyone. I don't know. I get it. I get a little anxious when I think about that. So let's
I
hope that we
know.
get back sooner than later. Um,
I don't
so
know.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no, no. I was just gonna say I don't know when that will be possible because where I live, we have the 2 terminals, and one terminal has been shut. It's still shut, so it's like there's just nothing happening at the moment. And to be honest, I
So,
can't see things going back to how they were pre-COVID in the very near future. So
I
it'll
do
be
too.
interesting to see what happens. And I feel like as well for Exxons, a lot of people are still very hesitant to have to travel there, especially people coming from across the pond, because especially it takes a lot of planning, and I don't think people are going to have enough time to have planned, because at the moment there is so much uncertainty. So people are not planning. So be interesting to see what happens.
And they did PT. PT did the, and I'll get to Carolino's question. But PT in Italy, they went and did it online, and so that experience was not all that, So I don't know what they're going to do with XERJOFF'S, but I'm sure they'll figure something out. But doing something virtual and having virtual booths, I don't know, because we could do it right now. I could send an email and say, and so we'll see what happens. But let me ask you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Carry on. No, so I was just.
I'm all ears.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I don't think the experience is the same to talk online and meeting up in person. I mean, you want to see it, have chats and things like that, and smell everything, etc. And it is about meeting, actually, the physical meeting with people as well, other than to just sit and talk. I mean, this is the best we can do, but wouldn't it be better to sit down and have a laugh together?
That's right, and to feel the glass or the box or the look into the eyes, give a hug. It's I can't believe that we're saying this, that it's difficult. It's a challenge to do all of that. Can you imagine if I said to you, Maya, and everyone here, hey, Maya, you know what? Next month, there's going to be this pandemic, and it's going to shut down the global, borders, and airlines are going to stop flying, and you'll be like, what is that, a Hollywood movie? Is that for real? And so, anyway, yes. Happy things.
Anyway, George, with that said, just last week, I remember my husband saying, can you imagine we could have told the kids a while back that you're going to be doing PE at home in your living room with the ball, trying to play basketball and things like this?
Crazy.
That you're going to take the ball in the living room, and you know what I mean? It's crazy, but it is what it is. Anyway, moving along, Karina is asking, which are the most masculine scents, please? Karina, do you mean from his collection or just generally what George thinks?
Because then what is masculine? What is considered masculine? Because right now, I mean, if you were to look at the Noir, you would say that that's a very masculine fragrance, right?
That word in my fragrance wardrobe, George, does not exist, because I do not care for labels. I wear what I like. So
right, that's right. It's you're absolutely, and I'm the same way, and that's why, like, so she said, or he or she said yes, and so, like, are you talking about ink oils? Or are you talking about actual fragrances? Because I think the most masculine, if you wanted to look at it, if you took 100 people, not including Maya and myself, and said, what is the most masculine fragrance? I think all three of them are. I think Noir is first, Signature is second. I think Royale is third. What do you think?
I would agree. But then I feel I don't mind. I do not mind. And I have a thing I do, George. I don't know, George, if you can still hear me. George is gone off. What's happened? He'll be coming back, hopefully.
God bless it. There you go. All right.
Right. No, I was saying I would agree with you, only because when I do reviews, for the sake of guidance for the people watching, I do tell them, like, generally which group or which category this would lean more to, because sometimes, yes, some fragrances are like, my husband would be like, okay, that's quite feminine, or that's quite, that's quite a lovely floral, maybe it will be suiting more for women and more for men. So definitely the Noir definitely would suit for the man. But George, I'll be honest, when I smelled Noir, I was like, there's nothing Noir about this. this could have been anything, something lavender or something else, you know.
And you know what, the noir, because people were expecting
A black.
yeah. And so
Yes,
for me,
black.
noir was the just the woodiness of it. That's how I
That's
just
how
like,
you
it's
did
just the
that. So like
spiciness
that,
of it. Yeah.
like right. No, I get it, but I was like, no, most of
You're
even
right though. You're right. You're right.
I was expecting it to be maybe darker than it is. Like I
Right.
expected maybe Noir fragrance would be much more dark. It's gonna come maybe in a black bottle. I think, but then George, you see, this is the kind of things we've been conditioned to, because we know, okay, noir is black in French, but what if we are talking about something black that's being carried in a green vessel, for example?
Yeah. You're absolutely right. And for me, it was just the woodiness of it is what I interpreted to be. And the
Yeah,
Royale was something more. Royale was more youthful, and like noir is what I'm wearing right now.
yeah,
Cashmere, you know, the weekend. It's snowing outside. I'm at home, so
yeah.
this is kind of like a Royale type feeling.
Nice.
Royale initially was to be something else. And
Oh,
today, and the one that you have in your hands right now was the Santal. Was
uh-huh.
supposed to be a sandalwood flanker for 2022. And
2022.
the inspiration behind the one that it was supposed to be
Yeah.
was too risque. Am I talking too loud? I don't want to make sure I'm not talking loud to everybody because I
No,
have
no, no.
I use,
Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. I
and
can
so
see that being a Santo fragrance.
yes, because I increased, you know, they're so beautiful. Those fragrances are so beautiful. So the Australian
Yeah.
sandalwood, yeah, I had actually went there. I actually went to Northwest Territories to film, to show
That's
everybody.
the picture you've got in your
Yeah,
bio, isn't it?
yeah.
Lovely.
And
Yeah.
so I increased, so that was supposed to be the Santal, but the Royale that it was supposed to be, the inspiration behind it's very risque, and my partners felt that it was too much. And so at the very last moment, literally the day of filling, we switched it to the Santal, and that's what you have right now. I love the original. I don't want to say original. I love the other one too. So I'm gonna produce a small underground. It's gonna be called Royale X.
Oh,
And
wow.
so it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to have the fanfare, and it's just going to be there, because the inspiration behind it is, picture your man jumping in the shower, taking a shower, and then jumping into bed with you or somebody, in that natural masculine pheromone.
I
And
get
it's
I get the vibe.
and so that's what that is.
Yeah,
And it's just incredible. It's incredible. It's
amazing.
not going to be for everyone, but I wanted this to be an olfactory experience, and so I'm excited about that. So that's going to come with the rosé, both, but
Wow.
the rosé is going to be the one that is going to take center stage, and the Royale X is just going to show up in the Zaharoff website in the store with very to no fanfare. So
Amazing.
um, but yeah, it's a very masculine fragrance. So going back to Royale, yes, I increased the sandalwood. I added a little musk, and
Yeah.
there's a cashmere note to it too. So it's a casual, it's a beautiful, and it's a summer. It's like it will work well in spring and summer.
Yeah, exactly what I said. I did say this, did I? I did say that this one I would definitely wear in the spring, summer. This would be lovely. But yeah, definitely. I'm enjoying these, and now, George, I feel like after talking to you, I'm even more in love with the fragrances, because I've said this here before. There is nothing more important for me, or nothing I enjoy and love much about talking to creators of fragrances, because then I get to understand where are you coming from, what is your inspiration, how much thought is gone into this, and I appreciate that. So yes, gorgeous stuff.
Thank you for that, Maya, and I'm very grateful to you and the community, and thank you for having me on. It's such I don't take any of it for granted, and I know it's something that I have to prove to you and the community every day. It's a privilege to be able to have the support of the content creators and the community. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm very, very grateful.
We are very grateful to having you around us, George. And Paul has got a question and he's saying, are you pleased with the collaboration with the Gentleman's Node? And he's excited to see the new products.
So Gentleman's Nod, I don't know if you know this, Maya. Gentleman's Nod is it's an artisan house in Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah. And it was founded by two gentlemen. Now, for me to do ancillaries, the Nordstrom, the stores here in the States did not want to. We used to do ancillaries in the 90s and early 2000s, but now the skincare that they're selling is a lot more money, right? And the margins are higher. And so they stopped buying ancillaries. So you can't find ancillaries if you go into Sephora or into Nordstrom or Neiman's or Harvey Nichols. You have to buy it online. So for me to do ancillaries, I would go to a lab and
What's happened? What's happened to your mic? It's gone off. Oh,
okay.
Yes. Okay.
And so I reached out. I got a text message, an instant message from on Instagram about Gentleman's Knot, and I go, you know what? This might work. They do small batches. They do it all by hand, and they remind me of, you know, the Italians and how they make their suits. You know, they'll make a suit, they'll try it on, they'll wear it, and they'll say, I think I need to fix this. I think I need a pocket for that. And so that's Gentleman's Knot. They're true artisans, and so amazing. I love working with them.
Amazing, great stuff. Carl was just saying he agrees, but there are so many ingredients he had to ask. I think he was referring to the collection. So, yeah.
It's all good. I just thank you for having me. That's all. Yes. Are there anything else? Are there any other questions?
I'm not sure. I'm just trying to, thanks for explaining, George, trying to catch up. Royale would be like a golden veil, warm and luxurious. Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is wonderful, and I appreciate everything. Oh, I got top chat. Let me see if I can go to live chat. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it hot and sweaty mask? Is it hot and sweaty musky salt? Joe.
It's clean though. It's not dirty. It's not something that is, you know, what did you do? It's something that's really sensual and beautiful.
John, it wouldn't be sweaty, salty, and stuff if you just came out of the shower. Come on, use your imagination. I think John is thinking about after. John, behave.
It is after. And you'll understand, you'll smell the citrus, and
we are lucky ones of
so John has it right.
Percent and energy, absolutely. And I'm just catching up. Okay, that's it.
All right.
Oh, I see Nigel is in the house. Hi, Nigel. Good evening. It's lovely to see you here. So, oh my gosh, you've shared so much with us, and this was so unexpected. And
this was great. Thank you.
This was amazing. And Nigel says, I'm at a real early stage, but digging Royale. Yes. Nigel, what? Royale, have you sampled the Noir as well? I'm curious.
You should have. I think Nigel should have gotten both.
I know, but because I think he said that. So interesting. It's basically making George behave. John. And John, no more talk about. Oh,
When I talk to my partners, I tell them, I go, that this is something that people, love. They're like, they do. I go, yeah. And I said, I mean, people even love barnyard fragrances. They like the smell of the fecal, and they're like, you got to be kidding me. I go, no, it's just, like things. The fragrance business and industry have gotten very on a micro level. There's so many different categories that we didn't have before. Like I even have the perfumer. He's a master perfumer, Claude Dare, working on a gourmand for signature for next year. And I took baklava, I took honey and nuts and, sugar. And so it'll be interesting to see what he comes up with that too. Vanilla, that's so.
Sounds lovely. I do love a bit of gourmand fragrances myself, George. So I enjoy gourmand. There's nothing better than a gourmand. Just kind of makes me happy to wear gourmand fragrances as well.
I agree. And the one thing that I'm most nervous of is the women's, because the women's has to be equal to the men's. I also want like a floral oriental, where the men's is a woody oriental.
Yeah.
And so that's something that, I just have to leave it to the universe to see if it wants to present itself into, to materialize that. So
wow.
We'll see.
I feel like I should just go a bit with this again.
So thank you. I'm almost at 5% battery.
Karina said it doesn't like the animal smells. That's fine.
I don't either. I love the beauty. For me, beauty, I have to say this correctly, but for me, I look at this as something that's holy and sacred, and it's a gift, and I don't want to do anything that. But then again, it's all art, so it's just me and my opinion. It's just something that I want. I want to present beauty into the world, and I know that an animalistic or a barnyard fragrance is beauty, but I think most people will know what I mean by that. It's just I want to bring more beauty to the world, and so.
And I think, George, you've done that, because I can't imagine how many hearts have been made so joyful to experience your creations. So, and I think if someone can appreciate what you've done and love what you've done, I think that is an achievement for an artist.
Thanks, Maya.
People appreciate your art. So thank you so much. And oh my gosh, I can't believe that time. I try not to keep it.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be. So thank you. Goodbye, everybody. God bless you, Maya. Have a good evening. I'm always here. Always here, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate this evening. Take care, George. Speak soon.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye. So, wow. How about that? Wasn't that amazing? I don't know about you guys, but I came on here. I was actually expecting to just be here by myself, but you came as always. You guys show up, and I appreciate all of you. So thank you so much for watching, and George was awesome. Thank you for your questions, for participating. Nigel, they came from fantastic. So thank you so much, everyone. You've been all amazing. I won't hold you any longer. I shall be seeing you very soon. Do take care. Have a good evening. Take care. Bye-bye. Much love. Appreciate your support. Bye. See you soon. Much love to you all. Good evening. Bye now. Thank you. Good night. See you soon.